You are listening to WSBU 88.3 The Buzz straight from San Francisco Super Bowl 60 Radio Row. This is the Sideline Buzz, and today we are here with Robert Davari. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, yes. So, you're the big Super Bowl party guy. Everybody knows it. There's a buzz about your name, and it's just Super Bowl party is the first thing that we think of. What is the most fun aspect about these parties that's unique about your specific parties that nobody else can offer?
I think the ones that we're doing are the largest in scale. Like the ones we're doing at Pure 80 are 25,000 people. They're just absolutely massive.
Wow.
And they're quite elevated. They're VIP. There's like bottle service. Shaq's Funhouse has all you can eat food and circus attractions. So they're these spectacle events that you don't get normally in a city unless something like a Super Bowl comes in.
Wow, that's incredible.
What's sort of the impact? I mean, the Super Bowl, it's not just the game anymore. You know, it was the game maybe 20 years ago, but now it's everything around the game. It's the media row, it's the celebrities that are there. What's the impact of hosting these high-octane VIP experiences?
I mean, look, for us as a company, just being affiliated with the NFL, the Super Bowl, these big parties, having presence here is critical, especially such high visibility presence. But I think for the Super Bowl to have events like this, it enriches the overall experience, like you're saying. A lot of entertaining is done at these events, a lot of celebrities and media and all that kind of stuff. So outside of things like Media Row, it's just another layer of interaction that's really critical.
What have you done possibly, what are you going to do possibly this year that's different from years past with these parties?
With these particular events?
Yes.
I mean, from a technological perspective, we've introduced the ability to actually like build a 3D map and pick your table and kind of experience these events a little bit more. So that's brand new. We now, like if you go to the Calvin Harris event, that's sold out. We have our own resale platform built in now, so that's sold out. But now there's a vibrant resale system which allows us to verify, make sure the right people get in, and put tickets in the hands of real fans.
Yeah.
Speaking of tickets, it's always a piece of conversation that comes up here is, people want to go to the Super Bowl, but costs are going up. Are these parties, part of the reason that Super Bowl tickets are so expensive because of that experience around the game?
I mean, look, I can't speak to that. I mean, there is a supply and demand thing with the Super Bowl. Experiences in general, especially luxury experiences, are just a very highly fast growth sector in all of entertainment. It's a limited quantity. A lot of people want it. And especially at the high end, people are willing to pay for experiences now. But I will say this, it doesn't hurt when you could also do really cool stuff around it to increase the demand for the event.
Yeah. Who has been the most fun person to work with? What has been the funnest environment, the most fun person to work with when organizing these events?
That's a really good question. I mean, so first of all, we don't organize the events; we facilitate them, right? So, like, there's incredible companies like Media America, there's SI Sports Social. We've been working with them forever. They're the biggest in the business.
Gotcha.
Our partners here, NPU, that are hosting at Pure 80, they're the ones that are really curating the Complex magazine. We're doing the family, the food fest with those guys. They're the ones that are really putting the events together. But I mean, I'd say all of them. We have really phenomenal partners on the other side that conceptualize incredible things, and we're here to help facilitate making sure the fan gets to them in a very easy and fair way.
Gotcha.
Who would you say is your target audience when it comes to these kind of events? Is it people who are already established in that VIP space, people who are trying to break in? Is it people coming to this area for the game?
I mean, you see a mix. So first of all, when these events come into town, the locals are a large majority of it, right? Because they now get to participate in these events that aren't normally in town. Like Shaq's Funhouse only happens around the Super Bowl, so you can only experience it if it comes to your town. And it's a very unique type of event, again, or like the SI party or Guy Fieri's Flavor Town events, stuff like that. But then you also are getting, the range, right? So at the high end, you're getting, again, like the VIPs, the team players are coming and stuff like that. So it really is a wide range. The volume-wise, though, you're good for the events that we do. You are going to see a lot of local population.
What has been your most successful event, and what about that event made it so successful?
This weekend?
Just in general.
In general, wow. I mean, we do a lot of really good ones. I mean, look, just top of mind, this Calvin Harris event we're doing this weekend. There's over 20,000 tickets sold, vibrant resale market, tables sold out. It is sold out a while back. An artist of his caliber that doesn't play that often, coming and doing an event where you now have, combination of megastar plus mega event, that creates something really, really special.
It really does.
What are some of the challenges that a lot of people, wouldn't think of when it comes to facilitating events like this?
I mean, execution, right, is very, very challenging on both sides. I mean, the producers of the events bear the brunt of it. I went and toured last night the Pure 80 event with the NPU team, and I mean, just the amount of work they're putting in building rafters, and again, it's 20,000 plus people in a 200,000 square foot venue. That's used to be like a military paddock or something like that, is really, really remarkable. And then coordinating all these layers of people, when you have high profile people at the Super Bowl, which is kind of rare to have at a normal event, you have to elevate security, elevate ingress, stuff like
Absolutely.
that for them specifically. And then on our end, anytime you have something that's really high demand and high volume, then you have to step up from a technological perspective, make sure you handle that elegantly.
Yeah, absolutely. With these high-profile events, who has been the most interesting surprise guest at these events?
I really like Shaq.
Shaq. I kind of had a feeling.
No, Shaq is awesome. I've been going to Shaq's Funhouse for years. He's such a big personality. I mean, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he literally, you'll see him walking around, you can't miss him. Like, he's at the actual event, so anybody that goes will see him. And then he DJs. He's DJ Diesel. He does like hard drum and bass stuff. He tours.
Wow.
And he's an actual DJ, and he's quite good, and
Right.
he books out and stuff like that. Yeah, so he's a really interesting guy, and he's very fun.
No, as a music director here and also like in the sports industry, we're obviously here broadcasting from the Super Bowl. It's really, really powerful and cool when you hear that like these athletes dabble in DJing and stuff like that.
It's
I'm
really,
jazzed about
really
that.
cool.
How would you say that your events kind of build that fan experience around the Super Bowl?
I mean, look, if you're here and you're looking for things to do, you got to consider these events as part of your schedule, right? Everybody wants to go. I've been on Radio Row and everyone was asking me to like go to the events. I mean, they're very much definitely things people want to do, because you have the private parties that are usually smaller and very networking events and stuff like that the public doesn't have access to. But these are just fun, so
Yeah.
definitely elevates that overall experience.
I'm just curious. There's so many complex things that go into these events. How do you get into this industry? Can you share a moment that you were like, aha, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, I mean, look, I started Tixer as a fan. I wanted a better experience. I felt the experiences that were out there from the technology were outdated. So we wanted to create something, modern and fresh that we would want to use, right? Which is the way a lot of entrepreneurs get started. And we always wanted to do the highest end, premium, big things. So it was vision, right? As a manifestation of that as being at the Super Bowl and doing these really large events.
So as somebody who is very heavily in this music industry, I have to ask you, what's on your playlist right now?
Oh, what's on my playlist?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm all over the place. I'm a big music guy, right? I was listening to Ozzy Osbourne yesterday.
Nice.
They did the tribute to him at the Grammys, so I was kind of digging deep in his catalog. Some 90s dance, because I'm from the Bay Area and we used to listen to that a lot here. I got some hip hop in there. What I probably listen to the most these days is like Tame Impala and like kind of more dancey pop stuff. I really like that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. That seriously
You talk
is
about
awesome.
vision, you talk about manifestation. What's that journey been like for Tixer to really get to that high end point?
I mean, it's a long journey, right? To what people don't often understand about ticketing is how complex it actually is, which is why you see so many failures in the press and stuff like that, and challenges in general.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing to build, and it just takes time, right? We've been at this for a decade plus. So just having the patience and resilience to keep building and building and building and fine-tuning and perfecting a product over the course of a decade plus is quite the journey.
Well, I believe that is all that we have for you today.
Great.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming. It was really nice to meet you. Thank you for offering all of your insight and
course.
really just painting this picture for us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
for
me.
joining us, and thank you for watching and listening to the Sideline Buzz on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz.